Good morning, and welcome. For those of you that are new here, I am Jari with Tire Mom School Digital on a journey towards financial freedom through digital marketing. And today, of course, is Freestyle Thursday. You can ask me anything digital marketing related, and I will be here to answer any questions you have, especially if you are somebody that started your journey and you're stuck because at least on my live, I don't want anyone feeling like they're stuck. I don't want anyone feeling, Melanie, good morning, like this journey is not for them. So please do ask away. I don't gatekeep, I don't sugarcoat. I tell you exactly how it is. Also, the past few days we spoke about content pillars, why content pillars are so important, why you need content pillars, be beyond digital. Good morning. Why you need you need content pillars. I'm sorry. And if you missed those, because it was a 2-part series, it was amazing. A lot of people learned a lot. Just head on over to my YouTube channel because I did add the replay there, and you can just catch it there. You won't regret it, I promise you. But today, I am going to show you, I am going to dive into ChatGPT to kind of leverage using ChatGPT and telling ChatGPT to create content ideas based on the content pillars that you have identified for yourself. Okay, so be ready. Good morning, Jolie. Good morning. I'm jumping on right now. Good morning. Good morning. Did you have to go into work early today again? I am so ready. Can I just say thank you so much for my heartbeat? Can I just say that I am so ready for this day to be over? It sounds harsh, but I am really, really ready to just, I barely slept last night. So I woke up with a headache, okay? And I have cramps, so I just want to lay down in bed, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. But yes, like I was saying, I'm gonna open up ChatGPT and walk you through, guys, like how to tell ChatGPT, hey, once you have your content pillars identified, hey, these are my content pillars. Give me, 7-day, 14-day, 30-day content plan. But I'm just gonna wait for a little bit for some of the other ladies to join so that I can kind of like show you guys, showcase like how important, how if you are not leveraging ChatGPT for your business, I have no idea what you're doing. Okay, I just have no idea what you're doing. Okay, this is very important. We're supposed to be working harder, not smarter. But in the meantime, right, does anybody have any questions for me about anything? Because this is Freestyle Thursday, because I am not going to be live tomorrow, probably won't be on Saturday. So this is a free space for you to ask anything that you might be struggling with, anything that you are just not sure about. And I will be more than happy to answer that question. Okay. I know at the beginning of my journey, I struggled a lot. I didn't have that much of a direction. I started with a course, right, that was not beginner friendly. So I had to figure out a lot of things on my own. Things just didn't make sense for me, right? So, and then you would jump on live and ask, these creators questions. And if you were a person that already had a course, it's like the questions that you have really didn't matter, right? I felt like they only answered the questions from those people that had interest, that wanted to jump on the course, that wanted to invest. So that's the questions that they would focus on answering. But then all the other peasants like me, right, that was struggling, it's like complete ignore. But that's why I'm here, right? I'm not going to ignore you. I want you to feel comfortable enough, right, to ask, what is it that you're struggling with? Is it coming up with content idea? Is it identifying your target audience? Is it identifying your niche, right? Because sometimes we just overthink the littlest things. And I am here to tell you that we are not going to be doing that anymore. Okay, I want you guys taking action. I want you guys posting the content. Even if you feel like it's not ready, you just need to get out there, because if you paralyze yourself and you are just waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect time, you are going to remain just that, stuck. You're going to remain paralyzed and you are not going to take action. And then you're going to wish, you have started sooner. I'm telling you, I can almost guarantee this. You can't get comfortable doing something until you get comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? That means exposing yourself, getting out there, even posting the content, even if it's messy. It doesn't matter. We're not supposed to be perfect, right? We're not supposed to be perfect. But one thing I need you to understand is that the more you do it, the better you're going to get, the easier it's going to get, and the more you are going to enjoy it. I used to dread creating content. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna post now? What am I supposed to post today? I don't want to post. I don't want to be on camera, right? And when I started my journey in the online space, faceless was not a thing, okay? Faceless was not a thing. So I was forced, right, messy and all, to put myself out there, okay? I was forced to put myself out there in the online space, messy like that, just showing my face, okay? So now the way that you can show up online is crazy, right? Like me, I do faceless live now. Before, I used to do my lives face forward, but I've created this movement that you can most certainly how to get more followers. Okay, all things, everything handmade. Good morning. How to get more followers. Okay, so if you are struggling with getting more followers, right, what you need to do is engage in the app, right? All these platforms are search engine optimized, right? So you need it to be, and also need to be engaging, right? You can't expect to get more followers if you're not here showing up, providing value, serving, right? And also interacting with other people within your niche, right? Or your target audience. You need to go out there and like really engage. And when I mean like real engagement, if you found a post that was helpful, then save the post. Drop a comment in the post, and emojis does not count. A comment, something like 4 or 5 words, like thank you so much for sharing. Wow, that was amazing. I learned something new. Thank you. That is what real engagement is. Once you start doing that, you will see your account grow. Okay, you're gonna start getting the followers. I am so against the grow lives, right? A lot of people, because they're desperate, because they want, they want to get their, okay, please put this on YouTube so I can listen tonight. I got you, right? A lot of people, right, they go ahead and they're like, let me go into the Grow Live because I need to get my link up, right? And then let me tell you what happens. Your algorithm is all over the place. Thank you for the follow. Your algorithm is all over the place because you just went ahead and just went into a Grow Live, and now you have a bunch of followers that are not even going to engage, right? I am okay at the fact that I've had this account for a year and a half now, and I am okay at the fact that I'm not like crazy big. I am okay with that, but I know that the people that I have in my account, if they bump into my content, they are going to engage. And that is exactly what you want for your account. Right? You don't want it defeats the purpose if you have a bunch of followers that are not going to engage with your account. All right. Because you know what's going to happen? TikTok is going to see it as in, well, her content is not good because she has a bunch of followers, right? So your content is not going to get pushed, right? So why push it if people are not interacting, right? If you really want to grow, I remember when I first started on TikTok, I started with an account, jumped into a Grow Live, grew my account, right? And got crazy with the account, and I lost my account after, putting my link up. It was crazy, right? You are most welcome. So then I wanted to be strategic. So the second time around that I had to go and create a brand new account, I said, I'm not doing Grow Lives. I'm going to grow live. I'm going to grow my account organically, right? With purpose. So I strategized. So I was like stuck at like 450 followers for the longest time. And I went, thank you so much for my heart puff. How did you lose your account? I think because I used to have a System.io funnel, and apparently TikTok does not like System.io links because they seem kind of spammy. So as soon as I put my System.io link for my funnel, I lost my account, and I tried to fight it, but I did not get it back. Okay, thank you, Jolie, for my heart puffs. I tried to fight it. Unfortunately, I did not get my account back, but I learned my lesson. Now I had to start from scratch. So here I am. I start my account again. Thank you, Jolie, for my heart puffs. Right? It is crazy. But I'm gonna tell you, I learned. I learned. And can I just say that I cried? I cried because I'm like, wow, like I had reached 1,000 followers, right? I was able to put my link up. So thank you so much, Jolie. I cried. I had to make a new account because my old one would not let me go live. See what I mean? Thank you for the follow. So I really wanted to go live, right? And I wanted to put my link up. So now I have to start all over again. And I was very strategic about it. I said, if I don't see purpose, I'm not going to be following. I'm not going to be jumping on Grow Lives, right? So like I said, I was stuck at 450 for the longest time. And then, I started searching, how can I grow my account? And everybody, it was the same thing. You need to be engaging in the app. And I kid you not, I was in there like hard inside TikTok. Like it's time consuming, but if you want to grow your account and you listen to what I'm telling you right now, listen. I would go in there before I posted my piece of content. I was posting at about 2 reels a day, right? I would engage for 10 to 15 minutes, like real engagement. I would completely listen to the entire reels, right? And I wasn't just listening to random reels in my For You page. I was listening to content that I had interest on and people within my niche, other people, other digital marketers as well. Wow, that was so helpful. Thank you so much for sharing. I would like it. I would post it. Sometimes I would repost it, right? But I was being very authentic with my engagement. Then I would come post my content, right? I would comment on my own post, right? I would add a comment on my own post, right? And then I would get out of my post and go engage another 10 minutes. And I would do that 2 times a day. A lot of people tell you that engaging before and after has nothing to do. But I promise you, if that is the only time, I see people out here that engage like all day. And it's crazy because they get invited into the TikTok programs, the TikTok shop. They get invited because TikTok sees that they are engaging like crazy. Unfortunately, because I do have a full-time job, I don't have that time. So I was able to do that for 7 days. And in 7 days, you are most welcome. And in 7 days, I grew 600, a little over 600 followers in 7 days. It literally, I was strategizing it. I wrote it down like the day, right, that I started that strategy, and when I reached 1,000 followers. So I grew 600 and something followers in 7 days because I was like authentically engaging like crazy in the app. I heard one of the videos that if you like your own videos, that it makes your views go down. Is that true? I have never heard that. Helen, thank you for the follow. I have never heard that. You know what I do? When I post my piece of content, I like my own post. It's my post. I am proud of it. Thank you so much for my heart pump. It's my own post. You gotta be proud, right? Go ahead and like it. No, I've never heard that. And another thing that I am going to teach you too is that if you see a piece of content that you like, right, and you click on it, instead of just like liking it, like hitting the heart, if you double tap on the screen, you're going to see a bunch of hearts, right? That is going to boost that video for that person. Okay? That is going to boost. Another thing that you can do to help as well, right, is that you can act like you're going to share the post. Lucinda, good morning. You could act like you're going to go on the post and act like you're going to share it with somebody and just copy it. Right? So TikTok is going to see it like, wow, she liked the post, right? She commented on the post and she shared with somebody, even if you don't share it, but it's just making sure that you copy that link as if you were going to share it. I heard that also boosts and helps with the engagement. Okay. Thank you, Lucinda, for my heart me. Okay. So a lot of people, a lot of gurus come out here and they tell you like a bunch of things. I am going to tell you from experience what has worked for me. But that one about when you like your own post, your engagement going down, that one I have never heard. And I like every single post of mine that I post. Okay? So just test it out. Just test it out. Lori, thank you so much for the follow. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Any other questions? Lucinda, you missed yesterday's live on content pillars. It's in my YouTube channel, so make sure you go grab part 2, go watch part 2, right? Because I went over content pillars examples for elderly. But you know what, let me just now that you're here, I'm just gonna go over quickly the example that I had for your specific target audience. Lex, good morning. Let me just scroll down here, find it. Where are my notes? Cool, I got you. But if you definitely want to hear so that you can put it all together, you definitely want to listen in, right? So your good morning, love. So your target audience, right? Thank you for my heart me is empty nester caring for elderly parents, right? So the content pillars ideas that I have for you, I picked 4. So your content pillars will look like support, right? Educate, empower, and promote. Okay. So under support, these are 2 content pieces of idea that you can post, right? Number 1, you can say caring for your parents is love, but it's also exhausting. You are not alone, right? That is a hook. That is like text on screen, you know, that could be point of view, whatever it is. And you can have a reel, like, you know, taking care of one of your parents with just that hook right there on the screen. If another digital marketer, right, or somebody that is caring for their parents is scrolling on the For You page and sees that, they're gonna pause and read because they are feeling that same pain, right? Another one could be, let's normalize talking about how hard this season can be, right? It's hard raising your parents. You know what I mean? Luz, good morning. Under educate, right, you can talk about how to create passive income streams while managing caregiving responsibilities, right? Another one looks like simple business models that work for people with limited time. And I mean limited time, right? Josie, good morning. Welcome back, because you probably have a full-time job, and not only that, you're a parent, and then you have to care for your parents as well. So you have a lot, right? A lot on your plate. So you're going to teach people how to like start a side hustle. Good morning. Start a side hustle, right? With limited time available. You're going to make it work. You're going to find the time. Okay. So under empower, you can say you've spent your life supporting others. It's time to build something for you. Right? Another one is, it's not selfish to want financial peace. You deserve it, right? Because you've been, caring for others. That is time that, you start building something for you so that you can take care of you, if that makes sense. Thank you so much for my heart me. And under promote, because remember what I said, all of us, it doesn't matter if you are in the online space and you are reselling a course, right? One of your content pillars is going to be promote, because you are talking about a product, right? That is going to be the solution to the pain, right? So you can say, my digital course is built for caregivers looking to reclaim their time. DM me info to get the link, right? And then the other one could be like, what if building a business didn't mean leaving your loved ones behind? Right? What should my pillars be? Okay, what do you do for work? If you tell me what you do for work, Lex, I can help you. Right now, I have examples for working moms. I have examples for empty nesters. I have examples for empty nester caring for parents. I have examples for a 9-to-5er worker. I have examples for realtors, single moms, stay-at-home mom, and Gen Xers. Dialysis technician. So you are in the health industry, also in school. Okay, I got you. Let me go do my magic here on ChatGPT. That is really good. You see what I mean, right? I feel like I can come out here and deliver information, but if I don't give you examples, you're never gonna get it, right? So Please hold, Lex. Let me ask my bestie here. Bear with me and I can give you some ideas as to what your content pillars should be. 1 second. 1 second. I don't know why I'm talking to my bestie in capital letters. I have a mentee. Please hold. Keep tapping that screen. I got you. I have a mentee. Looking to identify her content pillars. She is in the make money online niche. She is a dialysis technician. Technician. Do you go to school full-time or part-time? Technician. And also, and I remember you telling me you're a mom too, right? Yes, ChatGPT is my bestie. Okay, yes, makes sense. I got you, lady. I listen to your YouTube while I work. I like a podcast. I love it, part-time. And also goes to school part-time and is also a mom. I need content. Sorry, I get very, last one, a toddler keeps me busy. I got you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to give you first, because remember, you need to understand your persona first. Remember your target audience, you need to understand your persona first. So I have some personas identified for you, right? So if you're a dialysis tech, right, you can target healthcare worker, or you can target dialysis technician, to be exact. Like, if you really remember what I said, is better when you really hone in on your target audience, because when you talk to, and I feel like healthcare workers is too broad, right? So your message is not really gonna get across, right? Because it could be, you could be talking to a nurse, you could be talking to an ultrasound technician. It's just too broad for me, right? So you need to really break it down, and that's if that's the route that you want to go. Okay, let's see. So your content pillars can look like this, right? You can do relatable hustle life, right? So in this, you can showcase your reality, right? Your reality of work, school, motherhood, trying to make money online, right? Trying to make an extra income on the side while, making it work, right? With this side hustle and everything else that you have going on, right? So again, and this is gonna be like an engage. This is gonna be hello, hi, good morning. This could be your engage content pillar, right? And what are things that you can talk about? Example, point of view, you're clocking out after a 12-hour shift and still have to study, but you've got big dreams. This could be like another content idea to get engagement, right? How many jobs are you juggling right now? That's it. Keep it that simple, right? And in the captions, you can say, I have multiple jobs, right? I'm a mom. I work 15 hours, actually. You know what I mean? So, so write that, right? People are going to relate to you if they are working 15-hour days as well, right? And another relatable reel could be just a reminder, burnt out isn't your forever. The 9 to 5 or the 15-hour shift isn't your last stop, right? There's so much more that you can get out of this, okay? Another another of your pillars could be educate, right? And under this educational pillar, right, just like me, you can do time smart digital tips or anything that has helped you, right? You can teach short, simple ways that busy moms like you start earning income online. You find the time, right? So what you can showcase in this pillar is that it doesn't matter, right? It does not matter everything you have going on, because you want that freedom. Eventually, you are going to make it work. Okay. So you could do a mini lesson on 3 passive income ideas for working moms with zero time. Right? And that could be you. Like, you are going to find the time. Hey, I work a 9 to 5 and 5 to 9 plus, have a family while working in building my business. See what I mean? She's making it work. She's making it work. Period. With 2 jobs. So that's what I mean, that you will find the time. Okay? You will find the time. Another of your pillars could be inspire. Okay, so we have engage, right? And I gave you an idea of the kind of content you could talk about. You have educate, right? Where you are going to be teaching them or educating them on whatever, right? That you have learned on your journey. And then we have inspire, right? This is the kind of content. Thank you so much for my heart puff and my goal, right? This is the kind of content that you can share under inspire, right? Share encouragement. Thank you so much for my hands and heart. Thank you. Right? You can share encouragement, funny mom life moments, wins, fails, and affirmations. People get so much engagement when they use affirmation that has to do with empowerment, success, mindset, whatever it is. That's what you could be doing. Let me give you an example of a funny one, right? Me trying to learn funnels while a toddler, right? Because you just said you had a toddler, right? Screams mom every 4 seconds, right? If a mom is scrolling through her page, right, through her TikTok, and sees that post and has a toddler and she's trying to find ways to make money online, she's gonna say, wait, is she talking to me? Right? And under empowerment, you can say, you're not too late. You're just getting started, right? Gives you that motivation that yes, you can. Yes, I can do this, right? Yes, I can. And under affirmations, right? For a multitasking mom, you can say, I am building a life of freedom on my own terms. If you agree, drop a heart emoji in the comments. Period. Right? That simple. And last but not least, Lex, you're gonna have promote, right? Because you are reselling a product, right? You're trying to make money on the side, right? So that could be your last pillars. I say that keep your pillars between 3 to 5 max, okay? I've seen people have 6, I've seen people have 3, but it's just that the more you have, the better. You just have a mixture of content. 1 second, please hold, guys. I'm sorry. I'm live. Bye. Sorry, that was my daughter. That was my daughter. So under promote, right, you can talk about your journey, right? Thank you so much, Carol. You can talk about your journey in the online space. What have you learned, right? You can talk about, what high income skills. Thank you so much for my heart, me. What high income skills have you learned? Why did you go with the course that you went with and not any other course out there, right? What has been your biggest struggle? Bring them on a journey. Remember that people fall in love with transformation, right? People fall in love with transformation, right? People don't like to hear. A lot of creators out here, and this is something that I preach about all the time, are only showcasing the cutesy. They're not telling you, right? They are actually lying to you because they're making it seem like this business is easy. Like you just have to jump on. It only takes 1 to 2 hours a day. Yes and yes. You know what I mean? And that is not true. It takes time. It takes dedication. I am very open about my struggles, right? But if I am lying right now, please tell me that I am lying. I'm taking notes. I love it, Carol. I love it. A lot of digital marketers, and I can say a good 90% of digital marketers out here, this is what they do. They go live and they post a picture of the shit ton of money that they made on their stand store, on their beacons, right? And tell you that you only need 1 to 2 hours a day to make money online, to jump on, right? On a payment plan, right? If you don't have the money, they invite you to jump on a payment plan option, right? And they tell you, they have the audacity to tell you that by the time your first payment amount is due, that you have already made your investment back. That's a fucking lie. I'm sorry that I am cursing, but I am just so fucking tired of seeing this. Yes, and it is not. It is not the amount of people that jump in my life that are so fucking lost. Guys, I only curse when I am so passionate about something. The amount of people that jump in my life, they have no idea what they are doing. Is just like, I'm gonna be there to show them the way, but it just gets me so upset because I don't understand why we need to lie over here to make a couple dollars. You know what I mean? That's exactly why. That's exactly why, Carol, right? They tell you they are lying. They are feeding you lies. Love this. You're being real. I cannot keep it any other way. I cannot keep it any other way. And that is why I have made a name for myself, because I tell you exactly how it is. I'm not after your money, right? I'm going to educate you, right? And I'm going to serve you. And if you feel comfortable with me, then we're going to work together eventually. That is more how I prefer to run my business. I'm very ethical, okay? I'm not out here chasing people for sales. You get what I'm saying? Guys, if you learn how to mind your business, the magic will happen. I promise you. That I can guarantee. Okay? So many lies, and at the end, they want money. And guess what? Can I just say something, Carol? They might be making a shit ton of money, but how sustainable do you think their business is going to be in the long term? It's not going to be. It's not, because it's going to be a matter of time. It's going to be a matter of I got you. I'm started now. I'm fired up, right? It's going to be a matter of time before words gets out, right? Because I feel like we all know each other now. If we're in the online space, we are bound to bump into each other. Word is going to get out. Girl, if you're going to buy, don't buy from her. That girl only wants your money. I don't want that business. I do not want people to be talking. I want people to praise me when I am not in the room. Okay, that is way more important than me. I am building long-term relationships. And guess why? Because when somebody, it could be that Jolie purchased a course from someone else, but she is completely lost. And now she found me. I am serving her. Can I just say that I can guarantee that when she is ready, right? When she is ready and she wants to buy something else, do you think that she's going to go with a person that messed her over? Or do you think she's going to go with me? And guess what? Every time that she wants to invest on something, before she goes looking for it somewhere else, she's gonna come check if I have it. That is the power of building relationships. That is the power of serving and minding your business, guys. That is what I'm going for. A lot of people, like I say this all the time, a lot of people are building houses, right? Are building a business made out of cardboard. I'm building a business made out of bricks. So then when the storm comes, my business is going to stand while the others are going to fall. Am I preaching or am I not preaching, guys? Because I'm feeling it. I don't want to sell. I want to entertain and educate, period. Who got her fired? Right? Let me just take a sip. Then you put pressure on yourself and stress yourself out. And it is not worth it. Because when you stress yourself out, Cass, good morning, babe. You do not enjoy your journey. Thank you, Martha. You do not enjoy your journey. Okay. And that was me. So when I decided to take this business serious, I said thank you so much for my team bracelet. I said one of the things that I was going to do, and my heart, me, thank you, was serve. I said, I want to run my business, right? And I want to serve. I want to really mind my business and focus on serving. Thank you, Lex, for my roles. Okay, let me just take a sip because I'm running out of breath. Bear with me. Thank you. 1 second. Okay, now that I'm a little done with preaching, now I'm gonna turn my camera on for you guys to see the content calendar that I have for you guys, so that you guys know how to leverage, right, ChatGPT, right, and how to create your content ideas so that you never run out of content ideas. Keep tapping that screen. It might be a little dark, guys, because I do have a headache, so I am sitting in the dark, but I'm sure you guys we'll be able to see. 1 second. Okay, right? So you guys can see that, okay, right? And if you want to screenshot this part right here so that you guys can see the prompts, you guys can do that, right? So I said, hey, Bestie, because Bestie is my ChatGPT's name, right? I said, hey, Bestie, these are my content pillars, and I put my content pillars. Busy, love me some Jotty first thing in the morning. Love it, right? So my content pillars are engage, entertain, educate, and promote. And I said, give me a 7-day content calendar in a table format. Every piece of content should have a hook, call to action, caption, and SEO keywords in accordance with TikTok, right? If you are on IG or on YouTube, you could just tell it, right? You could just tell it, right? So obviously she's going to respond, yes, Bestie, right? So just for you to have a little bit of a breakdown, right? And what am I looking for under the engage pillar? I want to spark conversation, stir emotions, get comments, right? Entertain. I want it to be relatable, funny, or dramatic, right? Whatever it is, right? Now I love the fired up version of her using all the backdoor work. Don't get me started, right? Educate. I'm obviously teaching what you know, make them smarter, right? And then promote. You want to either drive sales or offer value or just own your authority, right? Because you know exactly what you're talking about. Let me close this right here so that you guys can see this better. Okay, so this is what my bestie gave me. Monday, engage, right? Pillar, engage, right? This is the hook. This is what I am going to use, right? On my screen, if I'm doing B-roll, whatever, right? And then this is my caption, right? And you can obviously add more because I feel like that caption is too small, right? And then the call to action, you can do the call to action at the end of the video, obviously. And I am not really, into hashtags anymore. So I just asked for SEO keywords. Okay. So I would add the keywords right under my, my caption. Okay. So, then Tuesday, I'm going to do an educational. Oh Lord. Now I'm so locked in and forgot I'm on break way too long. Don't worry. I'll add this, Lex, to my YouTube channel. Don't worry. I'll add it to my YouTube channel so that you can, rewatch it later. Okay. So Wednesday, I can post entertain. It's your fault, Johnny. I got you. I'm locked in, right? So for entertainment on Wednesday is going to be a point of view, right? You post a reel and instantly check if you're famous yet, right? Because sometimes we post content and we instantly expect to go viral, right? And like I was discussing yesterday in Content Pillars Part 2, right? We don't want to go viral, right? If we are not ready to go viral, we don't want to go viral for the wrong reasons, because again, remember, we're gonna have a bunch of followers that are not going to engage, right, with our content. Have a blessed day, everyone. I love it. Jody will work on the tips you gave me. Of course. Have an amazing day, Lex, and thanks so much for jumping in. You are most welcome, right? Thursday, we're back to promote. Friday, educate, and Saturday, entertain. Thank you for my roses. And then Sunday, we are back to promote. That is what it gave me for a 7-day calendar. Okay, good morning, Aisha. Grand Rising. Yes. So yes, this is like me teaching you guys how to do, like, ask ChatGPT for a content calendar according to your content pillar. So that's what I'm showcasing right now. Right? So if you want a little bit more, right? So let's just say that I really like, thank you for my team bracelets. Let's just say that I really like this this one right here, this engage for Monday. I am gonna say, hey bestie, I really like the content idea for Monday, but I really want to turn it into a talking video. Give me a script. So ChatGPT is gonna come back and give you a script from how you should position your body, you know, if you should walk out of your office, whatever it is, right? And it's gonna give you the script that then you can turn into a CC, good morning, into a talking video. Okay, so you just have to elaborate and give it enough information, right, so that you can get what you really want. Melissa, good morning, babe. Right? So that's a 7-day. And I love it how she put baddie marketers. Hey, baddies. Right? So then I said, I want now, right? Thank you for my rose. Good morning, Norma. Right? So then I said, now give me a 30-day content calendar, right? And then I told it what my target audience is, right? Burnt out working mom, and niche, I am in the make money online niche, right? So this is what she gave me. Good morning, love. Thank you for my roses. Thank you. Right? So this is a 30-day content calendar to target exactly burnt out working moms, right? Because that's my target audience, right? So again, it already recorded my content pillars. I got you, babe. You know, what else can I do than serve, right? So let's be honest, you're not tired, you're underpaid, right? If a working mom, right, is just scrolling and finding ways to make money online and sees my post, right, and sees this, Serenity, good morning, she's gonna stop, right? She's gonna raise her hand and say, hey, like, are you talking to me, right? Is she, period, is she in my brain? So that's what I mean. See all the value here. And these are really good. Like, I went over these before because if something didn't make sense, I was gonna have it fix it, right? The more you elaborate, the better, the more ChatGPT is gonna give you good information. Okay, and can I just say that I pay for ChatGPT, and I also have Newbie Bot, which is a bot that is trained, right, to help digital marketers like us. Okay. So you see here how it rotates, because remember how I said that you don't want to get your target audience tired, right? You don't want to get your target audience tired by every day talking about the same thing. Like me at the beginning of my journey, I was just promoting, right? Once you have your content pillars identified, right, you want to mix them. And when you tell ChatGPT, these are my content pillars, give me idea, ChatGPT knows better than to rotate. As you can see, rotate your content pillars. You don't see ChatGPT put in promote, right? It's literally rotating your content pillars so that you are not talking about the same thing every day. And there you have it, a 30-day content calendar. If you want more, say, hey, I really like content idea number 23, but can you elaborate some more? Can you give me a script again so that I can do a talking video? Whatever you want, just ask it. Okay, there you have it, 30-day content ideas there, right? With everything. If you want hashtags, say, I want hashtags, right? The table could be as big as you want it. I want hashtags. I want call to actions. I want SEO keywords, and let it know what platform you are using these content ideas for. I'm going to post these on TikTok. I'm going to post these on IG. I'm going to post it on FB, because you want to make sure that ChatGPT is giving you relevant information based on the platform. Okay. Remember, ChatGPT, right, is an engine too, right? That stays up to date. Okay. Does that make sense? You guys know how to talk to ChatGPT now, right? So if you don't know your content pillars and you missed my content pillar series, go watch the replay that I have on my YouTube channel, right? And then go back once you have, remember, it starts with your persona. You are most welcome, Josie. It starts with your persona, with you identifying your persona, right? Once you have your persona identified, then you need to figure out what content pillars you want. And then you have what kind of content you should be creating with purpose. Okay, so let me just put my screen again and let's freestyle. So what questions do you guys have for me? I got you guys. I got yous. What questions do you guys have for me? What are you stuck with, right? I don't want any more excuses. Like, I don't know what to post, right? I don't know what to say. I don't know this. No more excuses. No more excuses. Once you have content pillars, you are never going to run out of content ideas, okay? Never are you going to run out of content ideas. I don't want you. Let me just say, I tell my mentees, even if they're not in the same even if they're not in the same niche, or even if they don't have the same target audience, I tell my mentees, look at my content. I want you to look at my content. Look how I come out. Marianne, good morning, right? You can definitely use my account as an example, right? If you really like a post that I posted, Chris, good morning. If you really like a post that I posted, all you have to do is tell ChatGPT, hey, I really like this. Can you give me an idea with this post, right? Screenshot it, send ChatGPT the picture and say, can you give me an idea, right? And maybe add my personality to it. If you have been using ChatGPT consistently, ChatGPT already knows you if you already gave it a brand voice, right? Or maybe switch up the words, or rephrase it, right? So that I can post it, right? I'm not telling you, don't go and copy the same thing. Thank you so much for my heart meets, right? For my team, cheers, right? I don't want you copying the same thing. No, right? But if you want to use it for inspo, you can most certainly do that. Be very strategic, right? Be very strategic. You want to have your own voice, because when you copy somebody else, people are just going to be like, she the same, another one. You're going to be just another one. Right? But when you have your own personality, right? When you show up authentically, people start to notice you. Okay? People notice me because I'm either always dancing. People know me for dancing and for going to Starbucks. I kid you not. Thank you, Marianne, for my roses. People know me for dancing or going to Starbucks. Okay? It's just crazy, right? But I already made a name for myself. So what is it going to be for you? What is it going to be for you? And don't you just love, right, when you inspire people? Sometimes I inspire people and I see people trying to do the same thing, right? Like the same exact things. I'm like, damn, can you at least like switch it up a little bit? Like, can you like remix it? Or if you're going to copy me to the T, can you at least remix, right? But guess what? There's only one Jotty, right? There's only one Jotty. So good luck with that. That is what I mean. Show up authentically you. And please don't go out here and copy people. No. You don't want to be known for the person that copied somebody else to the T. You want to build your own thing. Any questions? I'm going to pause there and see if anybody has any questions about anything we have been discussing. Enjoy your journey, guys. One thing that I did not do was bring people on a journey, right? But one thing I am very vocal about is how my journey was, how hard it was, right? So if you are somebody that is thinking about rebranding or really, really taking your business serious, right? One thing I want you to do is bring people on a journey. And I want you to share the struggles, the wins, the times that you pulled your hair, right? The times that you almost quit. I want you to share all of that, because guess what? People fall in love with transformation. People love to see, how hard it was, like how honest you are about how hard it was to get there, right? Don't showcase that. Don't forget to showcase the struggles before you got to the win, okay? Whether that's getting consistent leads, consistent sales, please be very honest about it. Okay, and it might take you a little bit longer to make money, but guess what? Remember what I said. We are building a sustainable business, right? A long-term business, right? So we're not just here just making it seem like it's all peaches and creams when it's really not. Be honest about it took you a while to set up your first email campaign. Be honest about how, good morning, Amy, right? Be honest about how you didn't know how to set up a storefront. How, Canva, you didn't know how to play around with Canva, right? It took me a really long time, right? I used to get mad in Canva because every time I would try to play around with it, I would lose an element until I really got in there and started playing around so much that now I know how to use Canva, right? So that is exactly what you want to showcase, whatever you figured out. Hey, let's just say that you learned how to create a background like the one that I have on my screen right now. Maybe do a tutorial and show people how to create a background and tell them how they could use it as a cover photo for their reels. how they could go live faceless. You know what I mean? That is you are serving right there. You're serving and you are educating, and people love when you teach them something. Okay? Because they're going to see you as an authority figure because you know your stuff. Okay? Now, pause there. Any questions? Any questions about anything? Need to breathe a little bit here. Endless possibility, period. The possibilities are 100% endless. When you mind your business. When you mind your business. Exactly. When you mind your business, the possibilities are endless. Let me tell you, I'm going to have to go add that to my thoughts on my TikTok profile. Mind your business. Mind your business, please. Any questions for me? Guys, don't be shy. Maybe you have a question and somebody else probably wants to ask the same thing and they are afraid. Not in this platform. I don't sugarcoat. I don't gatekeep. I tell you exactly how it is. I don't want you to stay stuck. So I need you to be brave enough, right, to just ask, what is it that you're struggling with? It's okay. I struggled a lot. Trust me, I struggled a lot. I had to do a lot of YouTube University, okay? When I first started, I really stressed me was growing my following, right? But now we know, right? If we really want to grow our following, we need to be taking the engagement a little bit more serious. I want you guys, like, if your intention is to grow your account, I want you to set a plan, like a strategy for 7 days that you are going to follow to the T. Whether that looks like every day at 7 a.m. in the morning, you're going to engage for 10 minutes, like authentic engagement. And I want you to document it. I want you to document what you are doing. Okay? And I promise you, you are going to grow your account. Okay. And then maybe and write it down. On day 1, you got 3 followers. But you remember, guys, you have to be engaging. And if you are following, you follow the account, but don't follow the account if there's no purpose, right? They either need to be in the same targeting the same target audience with you, or just in the make money online niche. Okay. I'm stressed because I'm older and not tech savvy. No, don't stress. Don't stress. What is exactly that you are stressing? I need you to elaborate more. This business, right? If you start with the right course, if you really start with a course that brings you from A through Z, you don't need to be tech savvy. You do not need to be tech savvy, because there's a lot of courses that promise you A through Z, but in reality, it's a bunch of PDFs in there. And if you're like me, I don't want to read. I don't want to read. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm going to read is a Bible. Anything else, audio play, because I have a hard time sitting still. Okay, Rose, good morning, right? But don't let your age define something. You are right there by saying I'm stressed because I'm older and not tech savvy. You are already having limiting beliefs, okay? You are already limiting your brain, okay? Carol, I'm techie and can help if you need, reach out. I love it, and that's why we are here, to support each other. Exactly. Thank you, Jolie, for saying that. I can help you as well. But once again, if you have a course, like a truly beginner-friendly course, being technical, I promise you, it's not going to stop you. I'm just starting. This is all kind of overwhelming. You know what? If you are just starting, your only focus should be on knowledge, learning, okay? Learning. That should be your only knowledge, right? Your only business is to focus on learning. Blanca, good morning. Because knowledge is power. A lot of people jump into this space and the only thing they do is go watch the module inside the course to set up the course in their store, right? How to set up the course in their store, and that's it. Good morning, love. That's it. Right? You don't take the time. Knowledge is power. The reason why I am able, guys, to show up with so much confidence, like I am not afraid. You ask me a question and I can guarantee you that I'm going to have an answer for you. Because the amount of information, I am constantly educating myself because I like to stay on the know, right? I want to be, especially when it comes to my products, you're not going to hear me hesitate when it comes to my products. One thing I'm not going to do is talk about a product that I don't own. But if I have information on it, I can educate you on that. I don't have that product, but I heard it's good because XYZ. Right? And I will never talk bad about a product that I don't have, right? To just give authority to the products that I do have. That will not be me either. Okay? I tried to do AI and develop and can't. Carol, don't worry. We got this. We absolutely got this. What part of it are you struggling? Are you struggling like adding the product to your store? What is it? What is it? And I can see what I can help with. And let me just tell you, AI, ChatGPT, it could be a little overwhelming at first, but once you train it to sound like you're actually gonna have fun using it. I kid you not. Like, it scares me sometimes how much ChatGPT, my bestie, sounds like me. But that's because I trained it to sound like me. Okay? And how was I able to do that? YouTube, the amount of times that I said on YouTube, just, all the free value inside YouTube, you guys use it. That was me. When I had no idea what I was doing, and because the course that I started my journey with was not beginner friendly, I would go to YouTube and do research. And that's how I figured a lot of things out. Roxanne, good morning. Any other questions for me? So once again, do not allow your age, right? Do not start with the limiting beliefs, with the self-doubt, because right there, by you saying, I'm not going to figure this out because I'm not tech savvy, you are actually paralyzing yourself. And whatever you feed your brain, right? Whatever you feed your brain is going to believe, okay? Thank you for my popular... Yes, YouTube has videos that can show you step by step. I agree. What to do. Fantastic value. You are most welcome. I kid you not. YouTube is the new Google. I agree. I'm doing good. My son said go to YouTube. Yes. Say that for the people in the back. I agree 1000%, right? I'm 61 and as you say, YouTube is my go-to. I agree, guys. I'm telling you, I was paralyzed. And I was telling myself, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, right? And when I decided to take my business serious, right? Something that I have been extremely open about, right? I said, right, I started doing a lot of research and mindset. Working on my mindset was actually a big part of my business, guys. If your mindset is not in the right space, you are going to remain stuck at where you are right now. You're going to remain there stuck, right? So start by working on your mindset. And let's just say that you are trying to add a course to your storefront and you cannot figure it out. You're going to take a step back. And instead of saying, I can't do this, you're going to be like, okay, right now, I am struggling. I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to come back into it. And tell yourself, I am going to figure it out. I am going to be able to add it, because we are so stressed about the I can't figure it out that you start believing that you can figure it out. Ty, good morning, right? LOL. Thank you for my heart, me. LOL. I'm 62 and I have to mindset, guys. Mindset is everything. I'm thinking about starting TikTok shop and UGC. I have 2 accounts. Should I start new account? Okay. I am thinking also about starting UGC, but one thing I'm going to say, TikTok shop, I feel like you don't have to start a new account, right? But UGC, yes, because UGC now is a different avenue. Even though you're teaching, thank you for my heart, me, even though you're teaching people how to generate income, obviously through brand partnership, but brand collaborations. But I just feel like UGC, you definitely, for that, you need to open up a new account. That's actually one of my next projects is getting into UGC, and I'm actually embracing it because I'm going to do it with my daughter. We're going to do it together at some point in the summer. Not now because I'm just so busy right now, but it's actually like maybe for June, I'm probably going to start getting into that. So I'll keep you posted. Blanca, since you're going to start before me, let me know how that goes, right? So like I was saying, right? educate yourself. That should be your only business. Do the research, right? Take the time to learn. This is a marathon, not a sprint. When you take the time to learn, you actually have you have knowledge, right? You just have the confidence, right? To show up, right? To educate people, right? And bring people on a transformation. And if something doesn't make sense, go to YouTube University and educate yourself. Okay? Let me just take a sip. 1 second. What? Yes, period. Any other questions for me? Any other questions? Like, I got invited to do TikTok shop like a long time ago. And I haven't, and I thought that maybe doing TikTok shop was going to confuse people, but I'm like, no, if I'm trying to teach people how to make passive income, I can teach them in the same account. So when I start TikTok shop, I am actually going to do it in this same account. And I'm just probably going to promote my tripod, my laptop, things like that I use for my business, right? So that, you know, I'm not confusing them, right? I'm not going to confuse them because I'm just promoting my tools that I use for my business. Is your YouTube channel the same name? Yes. So it's Jadi's Digital Empire. If you go right now on my link, you're gonna see my Stan Store. You're gonna see my IG account, and you're gonna see at the bottom my YouTube channel. If you click, it's gonna bring you straight to my YouTube channel. Okay. Some people are making passive income. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. The reason why I haven't started TikTok shop is because of all the uncertainties, right, with TikTok right now. So I don't want to spend a lot of time doing research and getting started with something to then, and I'm a very delusional, I see it, thank you, thank you, right? And I don't want to confuse people. So yeah. Let's see. Wait, I see people. Let's see. Okay. Wait, one second. Chris said, I do feel with TikTok shop, you need to open up a different account because it tends to confuse people. Okay. Right. People tend to get lost in digital marketing and TikTok shop, I've noticed. Okay. So if that's the case, then I'm going to have to open up a new account. I don't know if I have the energy for that though. Let's see. Or maybe, you know what? Instead of like doing a TikTok shop, I can most certainly like have a showcase, right? With the showcase, you're not really going to confuse them. Gerald, good morning, right? Because with the showcase, you can just like, people can go click on it, right? For the tripod, you know, for the for the phone holder, all of that. I feel like a showcase, right? It's just there. Good morning, Isma. Good morning, Odalisa. Good morning, everyone. You can up a showcase under your business in your same age. Okay. Yes, I have a showcase. Maybe I could do the showcase and not confuse them that way. I agree with you. Page. Okay. I can do that. You can open up a showcase under your business in your same page. I'll do that instead. I will do that instead. And like that, I don't confuse them. Okay. That has been like one of my biggest concerns too, is to confuse them. Okay. Any questions for me? Any questions? I have about 15 minutes left. So please ask away. And yes, I will be adding this live to my YouTube channel because Jolie requested me to add this to my YouTube channel. Yes, it was valuable, so why not? And if you missed it, I went over how to ask ChatGPT, right, for a 7-day content calendar, for a 30-day content calendar based on your content pillars. So if you missed that, you definitely want to catch the replay and get your content calendar. How are you doing overall? Your health, your family, your fur baby? I'm doing good. You know, just right now, it's just like really taking care of myself. I actually have another radiation session in May. Mid-May. I have to go for another one. And I'm trying to stay really positive. The doctor seems to be very positive about maybe after this one not needing anymore, but just like really keeping an eye on myself, right? So I'm going to be seeing the endocrinologist every 6 months. I'm going to be checking my blood every 3 months to make sure the medication is working, because now that I have no thyroid, I do need to be taking medication every single day, which I'm not a fan of. But hey, if you guys want a long-term Jotty, I need to take care of myself. Miss Ivy is doing good. She's somewhere. She's not in my office, surprisingly. But I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Blanca, for asking. I heard half my name. What's going? Oh no, I said that I'm gonna add this live to my YouTube channel because you requested it. Because you requested it, Jolie. Any other questions for me? Any other questions? And see, guys, that is the kind of relationships you want to build, right? Where Blanca knows my story, right? So she took the time to just ask, right? And because of the person that I am, right? People care about me. I know that when I don't show up and I don't tell you guys that I'm not going to show up, you guys are reaching out to me asking, hey, are you okay? Like, I haven't seen you for 2 days. I didn't see you go live. Is everything okay? Right? And I'm like, oh yes, I just don't feel good. I have a headache, and I just, I decided I'm going to listen more to my body. That is the type of community that I need you guys to be building for you. Right? When you don't show up and people miss you, right? You guys are so used to me going live that when I don't show up, you're like, hey, Jotty, where are you? Jotty, where are you? I can't hear everything she says. Is she okay? I can't hear everything she says. Is she okay? Yes, all good. You're so inspiring. Love education. Thank you. This community is so beautiful, better than your own family. And I agree, guys. It's insane how this community has helped me, mentally, emotionally. Like, when I started my journey, my family was not rooting for me because my partner, I tried to tell my partner what I was going to do, and he said that I was going to scam people. So I thought he wasn't worthy of knowing my business, right? And I told my daughters that I was going to do this because I just needed them to help me on how to teach me how to use TikTok, just the basics of how to use TikTok, right? And my daughters have rooted for me, right? But it's just at the end of the day, they don't understand what I'm trying to build here because they're too busy living their life, right? They're at that age that they just worry about their own thing, and that's okay, right? And it took me of being in this space for a good 8 months before I told my dad, because my dad has always been my number one supporter, right? When I made money and I finally was comfortable enough, I'm like, hey, Pa, remember when I asked you for money? This is what I've been doing. And I showed him, and he just looked so proud. He started cheesing, right? And he's always asking me, how's the business going? Even though he doesn't understand much of it, but he's proud that I am building something for me, for the kids, right? Generational wealth, right? So that is exactly what I want you also to build. And yes, where I was going with that is that you guys have rooted for me and have cheered for me harder than my people, right? And a lot of my family members don't know that I'm doing this. I haven't felt comfortable to tell them. Eventually, they're probably going to run into my content and say, hey, are you, and then I'll say it. But you guys, because you guys are rooting for me, I don't really need to tell anybody else. You know what I mean? This background is Canva Pro or free version. Okay. So I have, I'm part of this hub, right? That has backgrounds this, office vibes, right? So I saved the picture into Canva, and then I added the words at the top. But no, this image in the back is not in Canva. But yes, I do use Canva Pro. I do have Canva Pro. But you can definitely create a nice background without the need of needing Canva Pro. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I have this pink aesthetics vault, because you guys already know that pink is my favorite color. So I save those images into my camera roll. And if I want to just edit them and add text on screen, the one I was using yesterday, same thing. It was part of that vault. Good app for background. Canva. Canva for sure. That's my issue. My son don't have time to teach me. He's studying for trying to get into, listen, Carol. One thing I'm going to tell you is that don't wait for your son to teach you. YouTube. Let me show you guys very quickly. Hold on. I'm going to pull up Canva for you guys right now, and I'm going to create a background. Give me a second. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 30K. Let's get to 30K. 1 second. Just bear with me. I put my laptop away, so I have to take it out. I'm going to show you guys how to create a free background for Canva. And I'm going to make sure I don't use any pro features, right? And I'm going to tell you what pro features are. Okay. You are the, I got you, babe. I got you guys. I got you. Bear with me. Let me set up my laptop quickly. I got you guys. I'm telling you, on this live, you are going to walk away with so much information that somebody else was going to charge you for. Okay? Somebody else was going to try to charge you for this information that I'm giving you right now. You got to try it for yourself. Kids are too busy. Period. You got that right. You know what I tell my daughters? I'm like, when I start making money, I'm not going to share because you guys don't want to help me. That's how I manipulate them. 1 second. Okay. Tappity tap while I teach. Okay, so I'm gonna, Leslie, buenos dias. Okay. Where's my camera? Let me just pull up Canva, guys. 1 second, because I have like, I don't know how many things open here. Okay. I am ready. Morning, girly. Good morning, babe. Here. Thanks. Okay. So, Canva, Carol is, where is even the name right here? Okay. Because this is the app. Oh, right there. It's right there. That's how you spell it. Canva. C-A-N-V-A. And you can definitely have a free version of Canva. Okay, you can download the app. I have the app on my phone. I am always in Canva. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let me make this smaller so you guys can like be able to see everything, right? So I feel like that. Okay, so let's just say that I am going to create, right? Thank you so much for my heart, me Leslie. I want to create a background. So the size, it's a 1080 by 1920. So I'm just going to click on the phone wallpaper. Okay. And it gives me a blank screen. Okay. So now, obviously, I want to add a pink design. So I am going to go to design. And obviously, because Canva already knows me, right? It's going to pull up a bunch of things here. Okay. Now, anything that has the Crown Pro, that means if you have a free account, a free Canva account, and it has the crown, it means that when you try to download it, Grand Rising love, that means you're going to have to pay. It's going to make you pay. So if you don't want to pay and you don't want to upgrade, this is what you're going to do. Obviously, we're going to go with pink. So I'm going to search pink. I want a pink design. I want a pink background. So I am going to scroll down until I find a cutesy background that is pink and is free, right? So as you can see here, anything with the crown, guys, is you have to pay for it. I love it. I love it. I love this one. I saw your YouTube and I created my first faceless background. I love it. Yay! Right? So I am going to select this one right here. Very cutesy, very demure, right? Very pink like me, right? So, and one thing I do love is that it kind of gives you other ones that resemble that one that you just selected. This one is cute. I really like this one too. Ooh. Okay. And again, thank you for your no gatekeeping and always adding value. I got you guys, right? This is everything. Look, anything. These are not your brand color, so you don't have to use these if you don't want to, right? But this is perfect, right? So I'm going to run with this one. It's free, right? It's free. To live, you can show your, sorry. Okay, so now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go back to elements, and I am going to add a shape, right? A square, and I'm just gonna put it right on top of my my background, and I'm gonna explain why, right? So I'm just gonna cover the entire background, even overlap it a little bit, right? OCD, it has to like be perfect. And I'm gonna change the color to black, right? I'll explain shortly. And then I am going to change the transparency, right, to about 30, you know, where I can like see the entire screen, right? So I'm gonna change it to 30. And if I need to change it some more, I'll do that, right? So now I am going to add a text element, right? And I am going to go to settings, I'm sorry. Text right here, heading right there. And I am just going to say, let's talk digital marketing. And that's going to be the title, right? So that when people are scrolling on the For You page, they're going to see that I'm faceless, but they're going to know what this live is about. Okay. Now, this is not my font. So now I am going to go look for my font, right? Jasiva, it's right here. So I am going to change all so that both of them are changed, right? Now, I want digital marketing to be together. So now what I am going to do is that I need to, let me just close this. And again, right, this is not a crown, it's not a pro font, so you can most certainly use it. Okay, so now I am going to make this smaller. Let me close this, make this smaller. Let's go with 56. That's too small, but don't worry, I got you guys. Let me just make it bigger. Okay. And one thing I'm going to tell you right now, look, right? You guys see this pink frame that came up right there? You want to make sure you keep the words inside that pink frame. Because what's going to happen if you guys go outside of the frame, when you guys add the picture to the background in TikTok, it's going to be cut off, and you don't want that, because then people are going to be like, oh, this girl, you know, is a hot mess, right? So what I'm going to do, again, I am going to position this, and I'm going to leave it right in the middle, right here. Let's talk digital marketing, right? Right there in the middle, right inside the frame, right? Good morning. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait a second. Let me just get rid of this individual. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, we had a individual, a meanie in the chat. Okay, now I'm gonna change the colors, right? So I'm gonna go to obviously pick one thing that you're gonna notice is that it's gonna pick the colors within the background itself. So if you wanted to match, you can pick one of those colors, right? So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go with white, because I normally like to do white. It just stands out more. And then I am going to add the effect right here, and I like to use the outline feature. Marisol, good morning. So I'm gonna go and click right here again, effects up here, effects right here, outline, right? And I'm going to change the color and maybe make it a pink so that it can really stand out. I don't like that one. So this one looks better, right? And one thing you could do if you want it for the border to be thicker, you guys can do it thicker so that the words can really stand out. I'm gonna keep it right here because I feel like that's perfect, right? And then I want to add, I don't know, like I want to add like something like a little butterfly or something, because I want to show you guys something else. So I am going to go, Tanya, good morning. I'm gonna go to elements and I'm gonna go with butterfly. And I'm going to show you why I need to do this, right? Ooh, I like this one. It kind of matches, right? Okay. Let me just show you guys something. And if you guys want to change the colors of the butterfly, you can do it here. Let me tell you something. If you want your background, when you load it into TikTok, if you want your background to not like, because at the top, right? At the top, right? You're going to see like my name. You're going to see everyone in the room. You're going to see like your goals is going to be, if you don't want any of that to be like cut off, you need to leave at least all this space right here. All this space right here, you want to leave it empty. You want to leave like from here to here, guys, you want to leave all that space empty, right? So if you guys go and put the title up here, right? What's going to happen is that people are not going to be able to read it because your name at the top, right? It's going to be covering that. And you don't want to do that. You want people to see what you're going to be talking about. And that's why I have to put it right there. And let's just say, for example, I want to add a picture of me. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll bring the letters right there, right? And I'm just going to move my butterfly up, right? Make it a little bit smaller.
Front door.
Right? Put it right there. Perfect. And then look what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to add a picture of myself. Elements. Let's see. Upload, right? Let's do, one second. Let's do this one, right? Good morning, Maria, right? And then this is, you don't have to have the, for background remover. Yes, you do need to have the pro version, as you can see, right? One second, let me just, for background remover, you do need to have the pro version. So what's going to happen is that if you don't have the pro version, it's not going to remove the background for you. But because I do have the pro version, I am going to remove the background. And I want you guys to see how this is going to look. Okay. Right there. See how I blended that in, right? So when people are scrolling in the For You page, this is what they're going to see. This is what they're going to see. Okay. And then once you're done, all you have to do is click on share, right? And then download, right? Download it, right? As a PNG, right? Download. And save. That's simple. Let me see if it's, because this is my MacBook. Let me see if it's, because I have it linked. Let me see if I have it on my phone. One second. And then I'm gonna, no, it didn't save to my phone, unfortunately. And then you obviously, you want to go into, let me just turn this off so you guys to see, right? So it's saved, right? So once you go into TikTok, right? In the settings, right? You're gonna go search for the green screen and you guys are going to select, let me just show you the one, because there's a bunch of green screen and I want you to know which one you're gonna pick, okay? TikTok. Green screen. I'm going to show you which one you need to select. Let me just go to images here. Right here. This is right here. Right here. When you click on TikTok settings, click on green screen, and this is the one that you need. Guys, there's a bunch of them. There's one with like a guy in the side. There's a bunch of them. This one right here is, if you need to screenshot it, go ahead and screenshot it. But this is also on my YouTube channel. This is the green screen feature that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and select it right now. And as you can see, it's going to open up my camera roll. And now I'm going to add the background that I had, that I had this morning. So that is how you can literally create a free background. As you guys can see, I use all the free features inside Canva. I didn't use anything. The background remover, but that's if you want people to see what you like. If you want a picture of you, if you don't want a picture of you, you don't have to, right? You don't have to. You can just use the free features. Okay. Does that make sense? Oh my God, I need to jump off in 5 minutes, but was that helpful? Was that helpful? I lost track of time. Was that helpful? And again, guys, I am gonna add this YouTube channel. I said I'm gonna add this this live replay to my YouTube channel so that you guys can go and do it with me. You guys can literally just like fast forward all the way. Your lives are always helpful. Thank you so much, Marisol, right? You guys can just fast forward all the way to the part. You are most welcome to me creating it and do it with me, right? Have your phone on the side. Lily, thank you for the follow. Have your phone on the side, just and trying and pause it and do it as you go, and then try it. Once that image is saved into your camera roll and you select that green screen feature, you are going to be good. You're going to be good. Give me about like an hour to add this live into my YouTube channel, and then you guys can go ahead and watch it again. And once again, guys, if you are watching my YouTube replays, all I'm asking you is that, because I am putting this for you guys to learn, is to like it, is to drop a heart, comment on it, because I want YouTube to see that you guys enjoy my content. Okay, so now I need to jump off. I won't be live tomorrow. I am not guaranteeing anything. I might be live Saturday. Okay, have an amazing day. And if I don't see you Saturday, I will see you Monday morning at 7 a.m. 30K. Wait, let me just applaud for the 30K. 1 second. Sound effects. Woo! Amazing. Thank you. Have a fantabulous day. Bye.